It is 2 in the morning. The house is quiet, but you are not sleeping. You are staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation that ended 6 hours ago, scanning every word you said, looking for the one that landed wrong, analyzing the pause before they answered. And somewhere underneath all of that, you are already building tomorrow's worst case. People have told you your whole life that you think too much, that you are anxious, dramatic, unable to just let things go. But here is what they never understood. You are not overthinking because something is wrong with you. You are overthinking because your mind learned, a long time ago, that the worst things happen when you stop paying attention. And a mind that learned that lesson does not unlearn it just because the danger is gone. Most people hear the word overthinking and picture someone who simply worries too much. But that is not what is happening at 2 in the morning. What is happening is closer to a system running a full diagnostic on every interaction you had today. Your mind is not spiraling randomly. It is sorting, scanning, predicting, asking questions you would never say out loud. Did they mean what they said, or were they holding something back? It is replaying the exact moment someone's voice dropped by half a tone, trying to figure out what shifted. It is scrolling through old messages, looking for a pattern it might have missed the first time. Psychologists describe this pattern as hypervigilant processing, a mind trained to detect threat signals before they fully arrive. The word hypervigilant sounds clinical, but what it describes is something you have felt your entire life. A system that never fully powers down. Not because you chose this, because once, a very long time ago, powering down had a cost. Think back to the first time you learned that peace could not be trusted. Maybe you grew up in a home where the mood could shift without warning. One moment, everything was calm. Then a door closed a little too hard, and the air in the room changed. You did not need anyone to explain what that meant. You already knew. Or maybe it was quieter than that. No raised voices, no obvious signal, just a parent who went silent, and a child sitting at the dinner table, trying to read a face that gave nothing away. You learned very early that the only safe move was to see what was coming before it arrived. And your mind got remarkably good at that. It built a radar, and that radar has never been turned off. It followed you out of that house and into your adult life, into every friendship, every relationship, every workplace, into every text that came back shorter than usual, every silence after someone said they were fine. You check your phone one last time before bed, not for anything new, but to reread what is already there, looking for the thing you might have missed. And every night, when the world finally goes quiet, the radar does not rest. It gets louder. Because at 2 in the morning, there is nothing left to distract it. Your mind pulls up the footage from the entire day and runs it back, frame by frame. It replays the moment your friend's voice changed mid-sentence. It rebuilds 3 versions of a conversation that has not happened yet, so that if any of them arrive, you will already know what to do. Here is what that actually is. This is not anxiety the way most people use the word. This is a deeply trained predictive system, built in childhood, still running the same protective loop it always has. Some researchers describe this as a mind shaped by early stress and constant anticipation. Your brain did not malfunction. It adapted. It became the kind of mind that catches what other minds miss. The kind that notices the forced smile, the clipped reply, the pause that lasted 1 second too long. The cost, though, is real. You wake up tired on mornings when nothing happened. You carry the weight of conversations other people forgot 10 minutes after they ended. You prepared for 3 confrontations last week that never arrived. And no one ever knew you spent those hours getting ready for them. You have lain next to someone who fell asleep in 3 minutes. And you wondered what it must feel like to just close your eyes and let the day be over. You sit in a meeting, nodding, contributing, and behind that, The radar is still running, checking the room, reading the temperature, logging every shift. Your body is present. Your mind is 3 moves ahead. And by the time you get home, you are not just tired from the day. You are tired from the parallel day your mind ran alongside it. And when you finally lie down, the mind does not follow you to rest. It stays up, reviewing files the rest of you already closed. Consider this for a moment. The people around you do not see any of this. They see someone who looks distracted, someone who cancels plans at the last minute, someone who seems fine but never quite lands in the room. They do not realize you spent the entire night before running simulations for a conversation that may never happen. They have never sat with you at 2 a.m, watching you lie completely still while your mind runs at full speed. And here is the thing you need to hear. You are not neurotic. You are not broken. You are not someone who simply cannot relax. You are someone whose mind was built for a world that required this level of attention. And that mind kept you safe when safe was not guaranteed. The person who replays every conversation is not anxious for no reason. They are someone whose mind was trained to catch what others miss. The person who builds tomorrow's worst case before falling asleep is not dramatic. They are someone who learned that preparation was the only thing between them and being blindsided. The person lying awake at 2 a.m, still scanning, is not failing at rest. They are running the only system they were ever taught to trust. Your mind is not attacking you tonight. It is protecting you from a version of the world that taught you safety was never permanent. But you have already survived that world. The ceiling you are staring at right now is just a ceiling. The quiet in this room is not a warning. It is not proof that something is about to go wrong. It is just the quiet part of the day, waiting for you to finally be in it. You do not have to solve tomorrow before the sun comes up. You are allowed to let the radar rest. Not because the world is suddenly safe in every direction, but because your mind has already done enough for tonight. And maybe that is the hardest thing a mind like yours ever learns. Not how to stop thinking, but how to trust that the quiet is not something you have to survive. If this felt less like a video and more like something you already knew, you are not alone in that room at 2 a.m. If your mind gets loudest at night, write the hour below. There are more of you than you think. And if you have ever wondered why you notice danger before anyone else does, that may be the next pattern worth looking at.